Good morning students, welcome to the virtual classroom. We are studying chapter number 8, redox reaction. In our last lecture we saw it that how to calculate the oxidation number for the different compounds, or what is the rules, how can we calculate the oxidation number. Now today we will be going through one of the important point which is known as Stock notation. Now, this is particularly a thing that is used for those compounds which are having more than one oxidation number, right? But still, when we see the compound or the name is indicated, we write it as same name of it. For an example, if I am writing it as an FeO or Fe2O3, for both of them, in a very simple way, initially the name was written as iron oxide. FeO, iron oxide. Fe2O3, it's also an iron oxide. Now, when you are having it as in both of them as written as iron oxide, how can we specify it that what is the difference in these two compounds? Then you can see it that as per the rules, if I calculate the oxidation number for this X, oxygen minus 2 equals to 0. So X is equals to plus 2. We are having it as in plus 2. For this compound, if I am writing it 2x, 3 into minus 2. So 2x minus 6. So x is equals 2x is equals to plus 6. So x is equals to plus 3. So one iron oxide is having oxygen with oxidation state of Fe with plus 2, and this one is there with a plus 3, and that's the reason why the name of the compound, it's written as iron 2 oxide, and Fe2O3 is indicated with iron 3 oxide. See, separated by their oxidation number. So here the rule is, for the Stock notation, the rule is the oxidation state of the metal is written next to the name in Roman numbers. The oxidation state of metal is written with its name in small bracket by Roman numbers. That is fixed. The number will be indicated in the Roman letters and within the small brackets, right? When you are having it as a compound with more than one oxidation number. Let's have some other example also, right? We are having it as an example of CuO, Cu2, right? No doubt, nowadays we write it as cuprous and cupric oxide, right? This is cuprous, this is cupric oxide, right? But that was later on, initially, when that was there, in the general scientific names, general names, when we are writing it, IUPAC nomenclature, that is considered, it's written as copper oxide. This one also copper oxide. So how to distinguish it? So that is the reason why there was a rule which was indicated to write the oxidation number of that metal ion within the small brackets in a Roman letters. Now if I go it for CuO, it's having it as an X plus minus 2 equals to 0. So X will be equals to plus 2. Whereas in the case of Cu2O, 2x plus minus 2 equals to 0, 2x is equals to plus 2, x equals to plus 1. So in this case, the copper is in a plus 1 oxidation state. So that numbers are indicated in a Roman letters within the small brackets. Copper 2 oxide, copper 1 oxide, right? Similarly, same type of another example, that is we are having it as an Ti2O, TiO, Ti2O3. See, all of them are titanium oxide. All of these are titanium oxide. Now, as per the rules, we know it how to distinguish it. We go for calculation of this one will give me 2x plus minus 2 equals to 0. 2x is equals to plus 2, so x is equals to plus 1. So this one will become titanium 1 oxide. If I go it for Ti2O, we will be getting it as TiO, TiO x minus 2, 0, so x is equals to plus 2. This one will become as titanium 2 oxide. If I go it for Ti2O3, we will be getting it as 2x plus 3 into minus 2, 0, 2x is equals to plus 6, x is equals to plus 3, titanium 3 oxide. Even there is another one, Ti2O, TiO2, which you will get it as x plus 2 into minus 2, so x will be equals to plus 4. So that shows that if I am having it as a similar name, but still because that change in the oxidation number which is indicated within the small brackets with the Roman letters, then this is known as stock notation. So this compound, all this compound can also be specified with a specific formula also. This formula can also be written as Ti2O, TiO, Ti2O3, Ti4O2. This is name as per the stock notation, and this is the formula as per the stock notation. It's a formula, it's a name. So a question can be asked to us, write the stock notation, the name of the stock notation or the formula of the compound in the format of stock notation. The thing is, we will have to specify, calculate the oxidation number and specify it over there with the metal, right? So that's what we are having it for the stock notation. The next point that we are having it, that is now we are going to study related to redox reactions. First of all, we understood what was the redox, oxidation, reduction or oxidation numbers, right? Now we will study specifically types of redox reactions. Now for it, the first one is combination reaction. Combination redox reaction. This means that the reaction in which two or more than two compounds are going to be combined together, at that time the one of the element will oxidize itself, the other one will reduce at the same time, right? So combination reaction is defined as when two or more elements or compounds combines and produce a compound in which one element is reduced while other element is oxidized. One is reduced, at the same time the other one is oxidized. So it is considered to be as a redox reaction. Let's take an example. C plus O2, CO2. Now, as per the rules of the oxidation number, it's an element. So its oxidation number should be 0. Molecule, oxidation number is 0. But carbon in the form of compound plus 4 minus 2. So that shows that carbon changed itself from 0 to plus 4. So that means it's an oxidation, while oxygen has reduced from 0 to minus 2. So it's a reduction. So both oxidation and reduction. One element has oxidized, other has reduced, and still the two of them have combined together. So it's known as combination reaction. Let's have another example. NaCl. It gets converted into, we are having it as an Cl2. Let's go it. I'm at present going it for the balanced redox reaction. Right? Later on we will study how to go for balancing the redox reaction also. Right? Here what we will be getting it. Na is an element. Being an element, its oxidation number is 0. Chlorine is a molecule. Oxidation number is 0. NaCl is a compound. So Na is plus 1. Cl is minus 1. So Na from plus 1, 0 to plus 1, it's oxidized. Chlorine has reduced. So one is oxidized, sodium is oxidized, chlorine is reduced. Sodium is reducing agent, chlorine is oxidizing agent. Two of the elements change their reaction and combine to form a compound. So it is known as combination reaction. One more. Let's take it as, already I told that if the compounds are also there, CH4, a compound, it's reacted with O2, it gets converted into CO2, H2O. Right? At that time what will happen? Carbon is in the minus 4 oxidation state. Hydrogen plus 1. It's an O2 molecule, so 0. Carbon plus 4. Oxygen minus 2. Hydrogen plus 1 with minus 2. Right? During this case what we can see? Carbon from minus 4 to plus 4. It's oxidation. While oxygen may be in either of it. Maybe in CO2, maybe in H2O. Both of it shows that 0 to minus 2. So in both the cases it's a reduction. So the compound is combined together. So these reactions are known as combination reaction. That is your first step. Right? We will have the next. The second type of it. It's known as decomposition reaction. The reaction in which compound is dissociated into two or more molecule or compound or elements, in which during this one atom is oxidized while other is reduced. Hence such type of reactions are known as decomposition redox reaction. Such type of reactions are known as decomposition redox reaction. Let's take an example for this type of reaction. When we are having it as this type of reaction, H2 on decomposition produces 2H2O2. See, from the compound it has produced molecules, right? We wrote it as 2 or more molecules, maybe compounds, maybe elements. Here we are getting it in the form of molecules. So during this case, if I go for the oxidation number, it's a +1, oxygen is -2, while these are the molecules. So we got it as, this one as reduction, while oxygen has gone for oxidation. So one is oxidized, other one is reduced. So it is known as oxidation. As we told that it can also be not only as in molecules, it can dissociate itself in the form of compounds as well as molecule. For an example, KClO3, it's a compound. On decomposition, it gets converted into KCl plus O2. I just balanced it, right? So what we got it? KClO3 changes to KCl plus O2. If I calculate its oxidation number, being in first group element, it's an alkaline earth metal. Alkali metals, K, potassium, first group element, alkali metals. So it will be always +1. Oxygen always -2. So this Cl, if I calculate it, I will get it as +5. That is +1 plus x plus 3 into -2, that is equals to 0. So x plus 1 plus x minus 6 equals to 0. X minus 5 equals to 0. So x we got it as +5. That is particularly for Cl. Right? Again, alkali metal always +1. Halogen except oxygen -1. Whereas this one is 0. So what does this shows? That the compound Cl from +5 to -1, it has reduced. So it's a reduction. While oxygen from -2 to 0, it's a oxidation. Right? So it may be in the form of molecules or elements. It may be dissociated in the form of compounds as well as molecules. But one will oxidize, one will reduce from a single compound. So it is known as decomposition redox reaction. Right? Okay. Third one. Third type we are having, it is a displacement reaction. Displacement the reaction in which element becomes compound and compound becomes element by changing their oxidation number. Right? That is displacement reaction. The reaction in which element gets oxidized or reduced and forms compounds or molecules or elements. Right? Let's take it as an example for it. For example, Cu reacts with AgNO3. While Cu reacting with AgNO3, it gets converted into CuNO3 twice plus Ag. We will balance the reaction. so that it becomes much easier for us to understand. But at the same time, what is it? It's an element. Oxidation number 0. Ag. NO3 will be a complete -1. We know it that Ag plus and NO3 -1. So Ag plus 1. I'm writing for the complete NO3 -1. Right? Because that NO3 is not going to change its oxidation state. This is going to give me +2. This is going to remain as -1 and this is 0. So it oxidized and got converted into compound. It's an oxidation. It's a reduction. Right? So what is it? Why we wrote displacement? NO2 is displaced from Ag to NOCu. Right? Similarly, we can also get it as reaction Zn plus CuSO4, ZnSO4 plus Cu. What you will get it? Again it's an element. This is +2 because whole SO4 it will be written as -2. This one will become +2. This one will become -2. 0. So what is it? Oxidation. What is it? Reduction. So such type of reactions, they are known as displacement reactions. Right? The next one we are having it. It's known as disproportionation reaction. The next we are having it is a the reaction in which same element is oxidized as well as reduced during the reaction. Same element means in the compound, one atom itself oxidizes also, itself reduces also. Then such reactions are known as disproportionating reaction. For example, first of all we'll write it as an example and try to find out which one is going to be the element which is having oxidized also and reduced it also. So for that reaction, if I write it as H2O2 reduces H2O2, let's balance the reaction. We are having it as in 2H2O, so that means 4 oxygen. Can I write it as 2H2O gets converted into 2H2O plus O2. Now let's have the oxidation state of this element. Hydrogen +1, oxygen over here it's a -1, it's a peroxide. Here we will get it as 2 into +1 plus 2x. So 2x is equals to -2, so x is equals to -1. It's a hydrogen peroxide. So peroxide oxygen will be -1. For this it will be +1 and this one will be oxide -2. Whereas being in molecule, its oxidation number will be 0. So here what happens? Oxygen itself is reduced. Oxygen itself is oxidized. So same oxygen atom itself has reduced, itself has oxidized. So this type of reaction, when you are having it, same element oxidizing itself as well as reducing itself, then they are called as disproportionated reaction. Let's have another example. P4 that reacts with OH minus H2O. It gets converted into PH3 plus H2PO2 minus. Right? So in that case what will happen? This is a molecule. So its oxidation number is 0. Here oxide -2, non-metal, so it's a +1, +1, -2. Right? But at the same time what will happen for the PH3? This one is plus 1, so phosphorus will be minus 3. This one is plus 1, oxygen is minus 2, so this one will become plus 1. Right? If we put it as 2 into plus 1 plus x plus 2 into minus 2 equals to minus 1, because we wrote it over here charge. So we are going to get it as 2 plus x minus 4 equals to minus 1. So x is equals to plus 1. Right? So what does this shows? Phosphorus has reduced. Phosphorus itself has oxidized. Right? The same component has reduced, same component has oxidized. So this type of reactions are known as disproportionated reactions. Right? Is it? So types of redox reaction. Many other types of redox reactions are there, like organic redox reactions are there. We are having auto redox reactions are also there. But for our syllabus, we are having 4 of them: combination, decomposition, displacement, and the disproportionated redox reactions. Right? So try to understand, because in exam they can ask you which type of redox reaction will it be. Right? Example may be given to you, or you may be asked, give an example of the following type of redox reaction, or short note on the types of redox reaction. Right? That's all what we are doing it for today. In our next lecture, now the most important part of the chapter, that is balancing of the redox reaction. How to balance this redox reaction, we will study in our next lecture. Till then, thank you.